So we put forth his in disguise. Irish warfare is nothing to be played with. I need it to more hands. I be the.
So watch this video and subscribe and put a thumbs up.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. I know you wasn't expecting me today, but I had to come in and bless you all with my views of the fuckery and the chicanery that we're dealing with now in Star Wars. So let's do it. I can't believe what my eyes just saw. Pablo's comments is so off the wall. Not only his new book is a bore, but so much shit is straight wrong at the core. Pablo got some of the timeline wrong, putting in shit where it really don't belong, contradicting the movies that was made, and no one in the company had shit to say. No one even asked if this was the way. They cool with all that just as long as they pay. I call the shit out every chance I get in their ass, have them feeling all vexed. They already know that I'm coming for their necks. Pablo knows that I have no respect for him and the way he be acting like a snob. The fans who demand he do his damn job. He said he's an alpha male, you know that's a lie. Looking like a reject penguin in the sky. He's holding the camera while his wife goes black. The way he blocks people, you know that's a fact. There's no denying that. I saw it for myself. He blocked me 4 times. That's a cry for help. The pronoun kids rock with everything he does. That's the only way his bitch ass gets love. Hold it down. Resurrect that shit, you know, and throw it down. Holding it in, we back up in town. Abu Nas is the best thing around. Yeah, you know we deal with pronouns. Run up with verbs and what the adjectives. Holding it down, can you let a brother live? Rapping this shit, you know we got this. Ha ha, holding it down, baby. Woo, ha ha. I hope you enjoy it. Holding it down, don't really try to bore it. Resurrect that shit, baby, you know warm it. Come on. Oh yeah. Come on. And we got more for you, don't worry. Come on. His logic on Star Wars is so weird to many of his fans, but not his peers. They roll with this cut bastard just because he worked with George Lucas and he knows his stuff. Wrong, he works for him, not for him. He knows the difference, he's part of the system. The same system that Kennedy pissed on, the same one that created all the division. I can't believe how far we all fell for the bullshit that Disney tried to sell. Smoke and mirrors, it was all a mirage. Praising George Lucas was all a facade. We was all better off when George was in charge. We learned that lesson, it's time to go hard. Fire and brimstone scorch the earth, baby. Leave no one breathing, cause Disney is shady. I'm loving the fact that they lost all they dough. They lost the fandom they thought they controlled. They even lost the actors they dissed on the low. That's how it goes when you sell your own soul. Can I get an amen from the congregation? Knowing we was right all along, you be hating the fact that we're gonna strike back. Not gonna stop till you're all off the mat, so let's go. 14 killer, you know we on the low. Resurrect that shit and that is how it goes. Abu Nas is the star of the show. Dark Council, you know they my bros. Resurrect that shit forever you can get. Holding this shit down, you know I ain't quit. Nothing, Redlow, woo! Yes sir, we gon' rock the house like this, baby, baby. Come on and go tell your lady, get down with us. JJ said we had to start from scratch. Ryan John said we didn't have a map. What? Are you really sure about us? Say that shit again, brother. Yo, JJ said we had to start from scratch. Ryan Johnson said we didn't have a map. George Lucas said they didn't want me back. Tossed my story treatments in the trash. Lying to me saying that we're a match. When all of that, they wanted my stash. My life's work was always first class. Better than anything you tried to ever had. High Republic, is on another shit, brethren, saying that the force itself needs correcting. Holding it down, you know I'm gon' rep it. Check it. They said Yoda was a problem from the jump. Too dominant while we're looking like chumps. How you figure that, Master Yoda is a legend? 800 years training Jedi's in session. Probably trained them all too, yeah, I reckon. Now they wanna be up here straight disrespected. All of Yoda's wisdom and all he be reppin'. Everything the fans should now be protected. Sending a shout out to O.G.Starwars. Always on the front lines, hard to the core. The knowledge and wisdom she spits, I adore. Sexy as fuck when she breaks down the law. I would join her, but I'm out on tour. At the rehab center, putting on floors. Getting my staff ready and prepared to see even more lost souls up in here. Teaching them what Star Wars is about. Making sure they keep Disney out their mouth. Respect George Lucas, the maker, no doubt. And everything that he built in his house. I'ma keep doing this shit till I'm done. Holding this shit down, you know it's all for fun. I'ma keep doing this shit till it's made. Like it or not, we're all here to stay. El Presidente will stay okay. Show them the way to a bright new day. Abracadabra, alakazam. Holding it down and we're all in the jam like this. Resurrect that whole damn shit. Everybody knows that we gon' rock this. Everybody knows that we got the hits. Everybody knows that we gon' blaze that. Resurrect that shit, there's no going back. Abracadabra, alakazam. Know what it is, we the born superstars. And we're gonna start the show like hold it down. Martina with the sound. You know I break it down. Gosh, is break it down. Resurrect that. Move a microphone and yeah, you breathe that. Red CT, so 40 on the back. Holding this shit down once again, best relax. Soy boys, soy girls in the rear, yeah. Resurrect that shit forever, one come here. Woo! Alright, y'all. Welcome to the high ground. I am your host, the one and only and not from Sony. Never phone you a punk ass macaroni. Abu Nas. I am the president of the Abu Nas Rehabilitation Center. We are open 365, 7 days a week. We're open through Hanukkah and Christmas. And yeah, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. But I gotta get this thing started, man. We almost 10 minutes in, but I was so hyped. I was so hyped. You wanna know why I was hyped? Because it's like, you know, Disney Fakelucasfilm is the gift that keeps on giving. They really are. You know, it's almost like not even a fucking week goes by before you can wake up and see the fuckery and the chicanery that these guys are on. I was really hoping, I was really praying, just like, please God, just let Jon Favreau take complete control and then we can have something great for us. I don't know, Pilgrim. It don't look that good right now. It really doesn't. You know, we sitting up here now just waiting for the other fucking shoe to drop. And you know what? It has happened. It has happened. I've been sitting on this for a couple of days, actually, you know, and I didn't really know how I want to, because I was so upset. I really didn't know how I wanted to express it. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, our fandom took the reins, you know, and was making videos, doing live streams. The one that was really telling, you know, was I was last on Toxic Femininity, and shout out to Lorena Creole, Mary Mayhem, Tom from Midnight's Edge, and O.G.Starwars, you know, and they really just literally killed it. But even before that, it was pretty much O.G.Starwars that gave me the inspiration to really spit my feelings on this shit. And like I said, I've been sitting on it for a while. But yeah, man, as a matter of fact, O.G.Starwars is going to be my co-pilot on a virtual level, really. But, you know, but I need to have her words kind of like come through in a way in which I'm not able to, you know, to really verbalize. So I said, okay, you know, I'm gonna get this popping, and I want you to hear her voice as she goes into, you know, the High Republic, because I'm gonna add on some shit behind that, you know. I really am. So check this out.
According to this.
Not,
The upcoming Star Wars transmedia initiative, the High Republic, will redefine our understanding of the Force.
Redefine.
Star Wars is a unique
redefine.
franchise.
Redefine. That's problematic. Number one. That's the first thing that should have just bling, just put the light bulb on your head. Like, redefine. The fuck is this about? What do we redefine? Why should we read that's what's in your head when you hear those words, redefine. You should have been going through a whole bunch of shit in your head like, what? Why?
A blend of science fiction and fantasy unlike anything else. Its central heroes are not just starfighter pilots, but they are also Jedi Knights, beings who are able to wield the Force. The most basic definition of the Force was given in the very Star Wars movie all the way back in 1977.
The very beginning.
Wow.
The very beginning, folks.
The Force is what gives a Jedi his power. It is an energy field created by all living things.
All living
It
things.
surrounds us and penetrates us. It binds the galaxy together.
How hard is that?
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
How hard is that? I know, right?
For decades, every Star Wars film and tie-ins that explore the Force has really expanded upon the definition, but it seems the story of the High Republic will explore how different people perceive the Force, completely redefining their understanding of the phenomenon. So everybody, the Force is now a phenomenon. It's not something that's mystical, spiritual,
Something that we have for 40 years. 40 years. We got books. We got novels. You know, we got, you know, magazines, comics. But do understand, that was all under the umbrella of the maker. You understand? Under his umbrella. That means nothing goes down. Nothing gets tied down. Nothing in any way, shape, or form that Star Wars that gets published, produced, put out on any level until it reaches the maker's desk. And George Lucas looks over this and says, stamp of approval. Gotta change this shit. Bring it back. Stamp of approval. That's how he does things. That's how you know he is the man in charge. But continue, my queen.
everybody can relate to and is seen the same anymore. You know, when you look at the Force and you look at Force users in the lore, they had their relationship with the Force. Yes, they did.
Yes, they did.
But how it was looked and perceived was the same. The only thing that was diverse with it is how strong the person was in the Force. So if a Jedi, you know, wasn't that strong, or I wouldn't say wasn't that strong, and a good example is Corran Horn. I always use him. So every Jedi had their unique talents. That's their relationship with the Force. They had their unique abilities. Some Jedis were stronger. Some Jedis had unique Force abilities. Some didn't. Some.
As a matter of fact, just before I let my queen go, even in the video games, they had clear definitions in terms of their Jedi abilities, what type of person that they are as Jedis. They have that pretty much the MMORPG that I play, Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's made by the same company that did the masterpiece of all Star Wars video games, outside of Republic Commando, but that's my personal thing. Knights of the Old Republic. That was a masterpiece of story, of lore, and especially character development. God damn, the damn video games do better character development than the bullshit movies that we got. Who's fucking driving the car in that damn company? You better not say Kathleen Kennedy. That bitch was smoking crack from the get-go, but I digress. Let my queen finish.
more limited. Like I said, Corran Horn was limited in the Force, yet he still made, I guess you could say, the cut to be a Jedi. Now the Force is going to be experienced very differently, and it's going to be turned into more of a diverse way how everybody experiences it.
Yeah, diverse. That's you know what? We knew that shit was coming. We knew that shit was coming. That word diverse, that word diversity, but we knew it was coming. I just didn't, at first I couldn't believe that they would be this stupid, this idiotic, like the whole diversity and the Force, all this good shit that they did, and they made no real money behind that. You would have thought that something would have lit up in their head like, damn, we went straight woke and now we are almost dead broke. But goddamn, talk about living and dying on a hill. They strapped the suicide bomb on them. They was like, fuck this. We going all out, baby. And they ran out there. But you know what? Hey, man. Hey.
Instead of it being one constant energy. All right, so let's go ahead and read further.
Yep.
Speaking at the High Republic panel in the New York City Comic-Con 2020, author Charles Soule explained the traditional definition is actually based on Yoda's perception of the Force.
Here's the key. Then this is the shit that's gonna hurt. And like I said, I'm still wrapping my head around that, but you know.
Insert video here. Other Jedi perceive the Force in different ways and relate to the Force in different ways. One of the central characters in Soule's novel, Light of the Jedi, is Avar Kriss.
The bestest Jedi ever! Well, next to Mary Sue Ray, but I digress.
Who experiences the Force as music.
Experience the Force as music. God Almighty. Is it my fault? Is it my fault that I actually say to myself as a Star Wars fan that I can't co-sign to every willy-nilly so-called writer that thinks they got a light bulb in their head that's burning bright, but it's actually really dim? It really? So, and the inside joke in the fandom is that now the Force can be pretty much the sound of music. Or for us in the hip-hop world, ain't nothing but a thing, baby. On the Force and the Jedi got me crazy. So, yeah, we're going to have all of that now, pretty much.
Of the Force, Soule explained. And so for her, all the different Jedi have their own tones and instruments, and it all comes together into this great symphony and of dissonance and assonance and all those beautiful things that she is able to perceive.
God Almighty.
All the other characters have their distinctive relationship with the Force as well. Soule also points to the example of the Wookiee Padawan Buryaga, which does not sound very Wookiee-ish.
No, Wookiees don't have last names.
In fact, Wookiees don't have two names. They don't have a surname.
Thank you.
Right. He sees the Force as a great force with.
Wait a minute, what is he, Tarzan now? The fuck is going? What is this nonsense? Oh.
Himself as one leaf of a tree.
So this bastard is now a hippie? Is that what you're telling me? He's in the trees and smoking trees? Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah.
And so I watched the video that is linked.
And thank you, OG, for watching the video, because I can't. I can't.
To this video, or this article here.
Oh, the article. Yeah, I couldn't read that article. I would have been tearing my head off behind this shit. But go on.
And so each one of them explains their character that they're expanding on more so than anybody else, and how they're connecting, or how they are diversely connecting to the Force, instead of the Force being constant, everybody feeling it the same, because the Force basically surrounds and binds. And when you look into the lore, there's the midichlorian. Yes, I'm going to use that as an example, and maybe you guys will probably respect it a lot more now because it's from the original lore, and it gives us a basic structure on how beings experience the Force through their own body.
The midichlorians, like I said, guys, just embrace the midichlorians. You understand? It comes from the maker. He knows what he's doing. It's his story. This is what he wanted. And it's something that the maker wants, especially in light of what we got here. This is something you should embrace. I know it, you know, for the purists and this, that. No, the forces, it binds us and penetrates us. Yeah, that's cool. But the midichlorians is still an important aspect of how the force works in that mysterious way. And even then, you know, they are subjected, because they are symbiotic, to the powers and the abilities of said Jedi when they're training. But these kids is, you know, the High Republic kids and the story group, these bitches is ready to circumvent the motherfucking system. But I digress. One more time for the good times.
So now it's all in the mind. So you love.
And you know what? And I hope that all of y'all go see O.G.Starwars video from start to finish. High Republic, the changes in the Force, and Yoda's arc. I can tell you, as I was watching the video, I know my baby was sitting up there really like, she was trying to contain herself, like she really wanted to knock some of these people out. Like, what in the fuck are y'all thinking? But I digress.
Music. So not everybody is tied to music. The Force is music to you. You are from a planet full of trees.
Planet full of trees.
Like Kashyyyk. So now you perceive the Force as that. And
so basically, he's a druid now. That's what they're saying. And for those that play World of Warcraft, druids have affinity with nature, trees. So he pretty much is a druid hippie. Congratulations, Disney, but let's continue.
Instead of the Force being taught in one harmonious way, in a order that connects and makes sense to everybody, that links everybody together.
For 40 years. For 40 years, this shit was done. For 40 years, and nobody had a problem. Everybody fell in line. George Lucas said, this is the way. And the Mandalorians and everybody else in the fandom said, sir, we are rolling with you. But
into the Force. And maybe some of you guys will like this direction. I don't think
we know goddamn well we don't like this direction, but I bet you the pronouns and the butterflies do.
I think it just deconstructs the Force.
Yes.
As well.
In a bad way.
That's my perspective. I don't think this is a good way of
It's not even a good way. This is a fucking disaster waiting to happen. This is basically them putting on a blindfold, sitting up here with a blunt in their hand. Oh, god damn, that's an iceberg over there. I should be speeding this shit up, but oh no. You know what? I think I'm an ace driver. I got this under control. I know that. Oh god damn, this shit is fucking fantastic. This iceberg is I can steer it away, no problem. I can do this shit with one eye. Yeah, that's the type of disaster waiting to happen.
Tearing the Force up and making it in different aspects. We even know inside the lore, like different Force societies. Again, these are societies separate from the Jedi. They look at the Force in similar ways, but they use it differently. Like the anti-monks, they see it different. They use it differently. They respect it just the same. And then you have the Dathomirian witches that they use more of the dark side of the Force. So their perspective is more dark side, but they still see the Force as an energy field that they can use and at their whim.
And binds the galaxy together. That's the whole goddamn point.
And now it's being said that these characters are going to be seeing the Force in different ways. So how is that being taught in the Order?
Right. No, it's not being taught. These people are basically freeballing it. Hardcore. But here's the shit that really gets my goat right here. That really, I'm just tuning the fuck out from these assholes.
The High Republic novel and comics are set 200 years before events of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace.
That's right. 200 years. Where everything was still good, but the Sith was still around. They was in hiding, you know?
Presumably, all these different perspectives on the Force were lost over time as Yoda became too dominant.
Hold up. What? I'm gonna get the wax out my ear. What? Huh? Really? Yoda too dominant? Am I hearing this right? Am I looking at the same page and reading this? Who wrote this article? Who actually had the fucking gall, the nerve, the cojones to even break mention that Yoda was too dominant? You act like Yoda was the villain. But I digress.
Again, I'm going to repeat that. As Yoda became too dominant. The Grandmaster who counseled others and the teacher who taught all the Padawans how to understand the Force.
Remember, he did this for 800 years. For 800 years, I trained Jedi. No, when he was with Luke, for 900 years, I trained Jedi. Luke Skywalker was Yoda's last apprentice. Padawan. That was his Padawan. You understand? He taught him. 800 years. Yoda was the teacher. And you know what? I'm gonna let my queen finish.
The prequel trilogy presented the Jedi as diminished, a shadow of their former greatness, but the
fuck me. God damn, they acting like we was bums. They were acting like the Jedi were bums out in the street. They acted like the Jedi was taking holidays and going off to the Swiss Alps and fucking skiing, and some of the Jedi males grabbing snow bunnies and having parties, and others is doing the hippie shit, and they act like we was just beach bums, just sitting back and drinking a Corona and living the life. Fuck me, who hired these people?
The story of the High Republic looks set to reveal the extent to which that was the case. So basically they are saying that Yoda is who created the fall of the Jedi Order, of the Jedi themselves, because he was too dominant, and so he exerted his dominance onto the Order and just only taught them his perspective.
Okay. That's all I needed to hear. Thank you, my beloved O.G.Starwars. Thank you for dropping the serious knowledge on this shit. All right, let's wrap this up. Because you've seen the videos, you've seen other people's live streams, and like I said, go look at O.G.Starwars' entire video, because she literally scientifically breaks this shit down. But for my purposes, I really wanted to narrow it down on these two aspects. Now, smart people in the world knows. Smart people that get Star Wars and follow the lore and follow everything, in that. People follow that knowing that shit was already established. There are books that break down scientifically everything that you need to know about the Force. Okay? This is way before the Disney sale, so it coincides with the novels, with everything else, and yes, even the video games that you play. Especially, and I'm looking at Knights of the Old Republic. Okay? These are established abilities that Jedis have, that Jedis can learn, different ways between the Cosmic Force and the Unifying Force. I mean, Can we get any more plainer than this? So Disney now is coming with this High Republic. Everything else we had for 40 years plus, toss that shit out the window. Yoda was here for 800 years. This dude pretty much taught these High Republic assholes But now all of a sudden they get the knowledge from Yoda, and then they grow up and be knights or masters or whatever, and now they saying that Yoda's teachings don't mean shit. Yoda's teachings was wrong. Yoda was too dominant and he's holding us back. He's a teacher. A teacher does not hold the student back. He allows them to do what they do to experience the Force and be Jedi Knights. You know, serve the purpose. Teach others, you know, and Jedi wisdom and knowledge and everything is timeless. You know, all this shit about perceiving in his music, smoking trees, this one, that one, banging out broads. That is not non-cipher. That is not in the preview. But for whatever reason, so the contradiction is right even there. He taught people, Jedi's for 800 years. For 800 years before the High Republic came in the building, everything was still good. Now all of a sudden in that little block, everything is bad now. You know, the Sith was still around, but they didn't show their heads at that point. And now they're probably trying to force the issue with some stories that they'll sense out the Sith and this, that, whatever. Totally, yeah, basically I'm coming to the crux of it. They trying to retcon everything. They dumbing down the Force in a way in which all these pronouns and butterflies and all these other people, these 18 to the 25-year-olds, can have their little safe space shit that they can accept and flow with. So Avar Kriss is the bestest Jedi ever, not knowing that she was trained by somebody who was trained by Master Yoda. But that shit don't make no never mind right now, and I see it. I see that shit for what it is. You know, it's a fucking train wreck. And I, for one, am not standing for it. I'm not standing for it, ladies and gentlemen. You could take that shit to the bank. Seriously. Not standing for it, no way, shape, or form. But I will say this. When the hammer comes, and it will come, because that they ain't making no money behind that shit. Nope. Not even at the first. Not making no money. But I'll tell you what will make money. Everything else that don't have nothing to do with what they're doing. The Mandalorian, unfortunately, I can't even subscribe to because of some of the subtle ways that they're going to try to force the whole Ahsoka Tano issue. And then between Dave Filoni and some of the other fuckboys up there. Because Jon Favreau still doesn't have enough control, in my eyes, to just deep six this shit. But I guess with the Disney mandate that whatever they're doing now is making money, so keep doing it. You know, and then the power plays that's going on behind the scenes. But Kennedy is pretty much on her way out. She is done. But the residue of all the bullshit that she created is still permeating, probably through the show The Mandalorian, through Dave Filoni. You know, because I know Pablo still has a contact with him. He's part of the story dude that created this High Republic nonsense in the first place. He was in their pictures. So obviously he was giving them tidbits and, like I said, greenlighting this shit. You know, not to mention he just wrote a book about all the quote-unquote shit that, you know, he experienced by working, you know, for George Lucas. And I said, yeah, working for George Lucas. You didn't work with him, you know. You just did the story elements. And even then, you know, everybody in the Phantom Menace was peeping out the mistakes in that. You know, Ichibaka got something down there where he kind of like fucked up the timeline by a couple of years. You know, everybody is pointing all the good shit out. But like I said, he put that shit out there, the pronouns and the butterflies and the fluidity kids, they just lapping that shit up. And then he's swearing to God that the sequel trilogy is the best thing since sliced bread, ham and eggs, you know, Coca-Cola. they swear that it's the best. Not even counting the 6 movies before it. They think George Lucas is just somebody that just came on board. You know what I'm saying? They don't know the history. And if they did know the history, half of the shit that they saying wouldn't even come out their mouth. Guaranteed. You know? What, they ain't think they read the book that Bob Iger shitted on Lucas? Come on. Shit, JJ and Brian Johnson can't even get the story straight in terms of, you know, how they was doing the movies. That's why everything went to shit after Force Awakens. And the only reason Force Awakens got a pass is because Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher. You know, Anthony Daniels and Peter Mayhew. God rest his soul, Carrie Fisher's soul, and Kenny Baker's soul. You know? So come on, man. Do the math. They caught us sleeping. But the veil is lifted. We already know what the deal is. We already know how this shit is going to play out. You know? Only people that's going to buy this bullshit High Republic comic or stories or whatever is the pronoun kids. Because if anybody was smart, that was a long-time hardcore fan for 40 years, that know the lore, that know the Force, that know the characters, that know Yoda is not dominant and like a bully and he did all of this and we got to change all of that because he was too much of an alpha male and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, they doing everything in the book to just make it, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? That's why they whole art concepts. Nobody had no definition of who they are, whether male, female, not even the aliens. They had no definition whatsoever. They was looking all straight and bland and everything. I was like, God damn. Like I said, they know who they trying to cater to. But it don't make no difference. You know, you're not going to make no real money behind that. You would have thought all the shit, the money Disney lost, it would dawn on them that, damn, man, maybe we need to leave these pronouns and these butterflies and these fluidity people alone. Maybe we need to stop pushing the forced diversity thing. Maybe we should have not have fucked over John Boyega with China. Maybe we need to stop chasing foreign money because domestic money ain't doing shit for us. Maybe we need to calm down with the access media. Maybe we need to calm down for blocking people and how do we say, copyright striking people on the internet. Maybe we need to tone it down and actually roll with the fans. Hey, hello, who's this? Yo, this is AT&T. What's going on, Disney? Hey, AT&T, what's going on? Yeah, man. Listen, I know you was calling me to get some advice. Well, I got a little something for you, man, all right? Check this shit out. Now, listen, the real key to getting money, you know, and getting laid, and getting laid with money is give the fans what they want. What? Why should we do that? Listen, man. It's easy. It's a great concept. I know you don't know this shit because all y'all fucking broke. I saw some of your stockbrokers right now hanging themselves out the window. Some of them are crashing a jet boat, other shit. Come on, man. I know y'all guys need help, so I'm going to help you along. Well, we're trying to stay in with the times, with what's going on in the world. And the young people, we want the young audience. We need new blood. No, you don't. No, you don't. You know why? Because these kids don't even have half the fucking time. They don't even know what they want. So why would you even try to invest your money, your stocks, characters and shit? You see how successful Marvel was, right? Yeah. You know what Marvel did? Didn't you talk to Feige? Well, not lately. That's why. Because Feige would have told you what I'm telling you. Give the fans what they want. If they want to see Luke Skywalker be a badass, guess what? You give it to them. Well, because Luke is so... Oh, no, he isn't. Because obviously your sequel trilogy came and went. Nobody don't fucking talk about it. Nobody don't love it. The merch is not selling. Nothing. So, do what we doing. You see the Snyder Cut? You see how Warner Brothers tried to put that shit on lock? Nobody didn't want to see anything. Nobody's not going to hear anything. Well, yeah, I did hear that. Guess what? Nobody's not making no money. Just as the Justice League was pure shit. Now we got people getting investigated behind this, so we're waiting to see how that plays out. But we knew that if fans rallied for almost 3 years for a movie that they wanted, spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe millions on charities, getting the word out, wouldn't that dawn on you that there's money to be made behind that? Yeah, you may be right. Of course I'm right. Fuck is wrong with you? Of course. We're giving the people what they want. And guess what? We gonna be on top of the mountain, baby. So I don't know about you guys, but we gonna win this game. Click. Simple. God, it's almost like half of these people running movie properties and corporations just really don't know the simplicity of how to win. How to win. You know? Kick back and it's like, what do you want? I want Republic Commandos versus how should we say the Sith army, and that you want it? I'll give it to you. There you go. Yeah, because they're gonna pay money, they want to see it, and then they're gonna love it, and they're gonna pay more money for the merch. And you see, it's a domino effect. Then they're gonna buy books. Why can't you do that? Diversity, you know, wasn't a big thing. Yeah, Star Wars didn't have a black person, as I always said, but we didn't pay attention to that because we enjoyed the stories. We enjoyed the mythology, the whole escapism of the movie, you know? It wasn't that serious back then. But even back then in the 70s, we had people that was on it, you know? And like I said, even they went to, you know what I'm saying? Black power, you know, power to the people and all that. And even they went to see Star Wars and they was loving the escapism, the fantasy of it. Empire Strikes Back came, we got another legendary icon. Lando Calrissian, Billy D. Williams. And everything was fucking right with the world. Not a problem. Now, years have passed. And you get more diverse characters, more aliens, more this, more that. Nothing was forced. George Lucas came back, started doing the prequels. We had Samuel L. Jackson, Jimmy Smith. We had a diversity explosion. And the best thing about it is we didn't even notice it. We loved the characters. We loved how the maker George Lucas roped us back into his universe. I know some people didn't like the way certain dialogue and this, that, whatever, but come on, man. You'll be hard-pressed, especially with what you got there now. It'll be real hard-pressed for you to not sit up here and say, God damn, he really did give us something new. He really brought us certain flavors. He really wowed us with the imagination that he had. I will fucking happily live in that type of universe again. Without a problem. Here, like I said, we just got The Mandalorian. And even then, now, we just watching this shit with bated breath. Like, oh, God, how much it can get, you know, are they going to fuck this up? We just hoping not. But when we see Ahsoka Tano, we already know they fucking up. Because she's not mentioned in any of the OT. She had a shelf life. Dave Filoni is pushing his baby past everything and probably going to make up, as O.G.Starwars have made mention, she probably going to be a deity from the, you know, from the Mortis arcs and everything and the stuff that they did with Rebels. I didn't watch Rebels, so but I heard of the things that was going on in there, you know? Now, you already know why I didn't like Rebels. You know, but beside all of that, Dave Filoni has his hands in The Mandalorian. I know he's directing an episode or something like that. I don't know. But I'm here to tell you, Pilgrim, you know, and anybody that's in, you know, that's in the chat, I hope you know that I'm hopefully with y'all guys, and I'm not, you know, and I'm sitting up here and I'm conversating with you all. I'm telling you, man, this thing with the High Republic, we gotta lace up our boots. We got to do like Schwarzenegger in Commando. The montage, the vest, the bomb, the guns, the war paint. We got to get back on that now. We got to get back on that. Because we're not going to allow the pronouns and the fluid people and the 18 to 25-year-olds trying to run roughshod with this shit like it's acceptable. No. If we paying our money for something, we gonna have something to say. And we want Star Wars back to the way it was. We're trying to be patient, but Jon Favreau knows that we got to bow to the altar of Lucas as long as we possibly can. Because whatever we was doing on the other side isn't working. It's not working. Not one time. Not one time it's worked. None. So Jon Favreau knows the deal. We're just waiting for Kennedy to slip out the back door. Bye, bitch. You know? Take everybody and everyone with them. Like I said, if Disney was smart, can Pablo get rid of that High Republic bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Stop the sequel trilogy. That's like a no-brainer. That shit gets deep sixed in a minute. I'm talking about fan fiction status. Redo the sequel trilogy. And have our heroes go out the right way. But nah. Why would people do that? That shit, come on now. Nobody want that. Nobody want to do shit right. We want to do shit that that's predictable and, first enforce diversities and, have gender fluids and all of that in there, and women kissing kissing each other on screen on Star Wars. I don't really have no place for that, but this is the world we live in now. But I'm old school, Like I said, 40 years, nobody had a complaint. Even the kids that came up in the different generations, when they was 18 to 25 years old, what did they have? They had the 6 films, they had the books, they had the EU, and they was happy. Everybody was happy. So how the fuck did it all turn on its head? Kathleen Kennedy and this whole direction that they was pushing, that backfired hard. But that's all I got to say. Cause Pablo's living in his fantasy land. I'm blocked from him. Okay, so I can't even get in his ass the way that I want to. Pablo, what the fuck are you doing, man? What are you doing? A fat ass don't learn the lesson. You know this is Abu Nas. Come on, man. He was the dickhead that was sitting up here riding Chuck Windows little baby balls. But yeah, and so I can't see him. So I gotta rely on certain people and I don't even know who else is gonna subscribe to this High Republic bullshit. Maybe Campy. I just read the High Republic. It takes Star Wars into a bold new direction, and I love it. It didn't have anything. Shut the fuck up. So who else is gonna jump on that bandwagon? Harloff? Harloff has been deep sick by Star Wars. He's in Schmoville now, so he ain't even fucking with these assholes no more. Brian Young, he's still in the teen sex chats. Who else is running roughshod? Steele Saunders. My God, Steele Saunders is a shell of his former self. He's still having fainting spells. Poor bastard. Shit, Drunk 3PO gets more people in his live streams than him. Shout out to the Dark Council, Drunk 3PO, Fatal J, Lord Callis, Mark with a C, Demogeni. Yeah, man, come on. It's so sad. It's so sad. But like I said, man, I'm about to be out of here. Man, these kids is just really making me depressed. I don't even know why we have to keep going through this little seesaw up and down, because every time you create something that insults our intelligence, and as far as, because it was something that it was in my head to really say about the EU, when they put the Legends banner, at this point, I'm not going to keep calling, even though they'll have the sticker and the Legends banner, they're not Legends to me. They're actual EU canon in terms of the George Lucas era, which is the only era I subscribe. So they're not Legends to me. That in my head, this is the actual course, the actual progression that the characters that George Lucas created, is established. Is established by the different authors that made the different series while he was in control. So anything that Disney puts out, fan fiction. I call their things legends or legendary or legend fan fictions. Anything else other than that is nothing to me. Nothing in that order. But as far as George Lucas's stuff is concerned, that's the holy grail of everything that I put on my name. Period. And everything else that goes behind that, that George Lucas had a hand in, I will support. I will support, because this is the way, so I'm not going to be saying I choose Legends anymore and this, that, whatever. That's me, myself personally. And I'm going to preach that gospel to anybody that has, that has my ear. Stop calling I choose Legends. Just say this is the real canon, the real EU canon. The High Republic is really trying to shit on all of us on the low. So you know what? Fuck all that. Lace up your boots and let's get at them. Anybody within the sound of my voice, let's do it. Everybody else can get the Bozak. And I mean that straight to my heart. The bad enough, we got to wait for the other shoe to drop whenever they come up with a new idea, to fuck up the law. Not that shit. They went to the Jedi with this High Republic. Who knows who's going to come up with some shit to disrespect and tear down the Sith. The Sith, law and everything else behind that. I'm waiting with bated breath behind it too, because I know that shit is coming. They ain't gonna stop there. Shit, the Force may even be binding, the Force may not even be binding the galaxy together anymore. According to them, they'll probably come up with a way to get rid of that. So yeah, in my head, I'm on board to go to war once again, and I hope all of y'all in the chat, all of y'all that's watching this video, take heed, man. Take heed and follow your brother Abu Nas. We going back into the front lines, man, and I'm good with that. I'm happy on the front lines, man. I don't want to be an officer sitting cozy in the office or whatever. Nah, I want to get my boots dirty. I want to have muck and guck on there. On some Vietnam shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. You're like, we're gonna go up the hill and we gotta fight these bastards. Are you ready? Yes, sir. I'm ready, sir. I'm loading up the guns and all that. Yeah. That's exactly what the type of shit I'm on. I've got to get on that, man. I got to get on that because it's good for the fandom. It's good for all of us, So with that being said, thank you so much. Oh, my God, 50 minutes, almost an hour. But at the very least, I had to get this out, man, because this is way too important for me to let that slide, So with that being said, let's summarize. Let's summarize why. Let's summarize why that Disney is not going to win out against the fandom menace, the true community that loves Star Wars since the very beginning, the true community that was here since the beginning, the true community that gave everything in terms of the love and the admiration of the characters, the lore, and especially the maker, And I'm keep speaking to Disney on this. Yo, Disney, what you want from me? Do you want my money or my loyalty? Don't make me just believe what my eyes see. The bullshit, but you can't fool me. I knew from the jump you wasn't the one to make Star Wars shine brighter than the sun. Kennedy lied right in George Lucas' face, which makes the sequel trilogy of the space. Like the king hardly race, I'll smash your face. Make you bow down as I go take your place. Show you bitches how to respect the maker's vision. That's my purpose and my whole damn mission. No ass I be kissing as I start flipping, and you be wishing that I come up missing. Yeah, you keep wishing, cause that shit won't happen. Never in your lifetime in any way or fashion. The ILM budget is straight off the chart. What type of special effects without no heart? No type of character development here. I never thought that this would be the year that Star Wars be in the can. Goddamn, this is coming from a true hardcore fan. I've been here since 1977. I've witnessed the birth of a sci-fi legend who had thought that it would come to this. Wanting something great that now turned to shit. Oh well, it was a great run while it lasted. No thanks to Ryan Johnson, the hack bastard. J.J. Abrams really ain't no better. Another hack who thought he was the trendsetter. Episode 4 reboot, yeah, that's clever. 2 years later, he's back, yeah, whatever. Abu Nas, the Dawn of Salah. Hold down and rep it, the Phantom and the Squad. The menace said, yo, keep your nose clean. Save the queen and put her down with our team. Fundamentally supreme beyond your dreams. Straight out of Tatooine is the new regime. Beyond the unseen, you read the magazine that describes us when we step on the scene. You hate The Last Jedi, you hate Solo. Rise of Palpatine was shit from the go. Slow up your roll, cause you're in control. You know how I roll, everything goes. Lucasfilm staff is losing their mind. They can't understand why the fandom in a shine. Don't blame me, it's all by design. And when we roll hard, you won't make a dime. And that's exactly what happened every time. You pushed your agenda and thought it would shine. Witness the end of the greatest franchise. Nothing for us but tears in our eyes. Couldn't even get the things we fantasize. But we know where we stand. It's time for us to rise. You already know. This is how it goes. Thank you everybody for hanging out with your brother. This is Abu Nas, the Dawn of Salah, the true rebel of the whole guerrilla squad. You know what? You know, this whole thing got me so stuck on stupid, but we gonna win. We ain't got no choice. We winning anyway. God bless. Be good to yourself and be good to others. Peace.